Shalom. Call hello Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. This is the brother Yahshua with another lesson. Hopefully it's edifying to the body. All right. And we're just going to quickly go into this manhunt, right? And how this man is always hunting us. All right. And they've caught this this brother, that's what I'm gonna call him right now, and that this whole thing is a setup, and the language that they're gonna use is to come after the men of the Lord. All right. And basically this is a recap, but it's current, so we got to stay up on it. All right. So this is Psalm 17 and 11 in the KJV. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. Let's get some versions of that. They have tracked me down. Okay. What did they do to ozone? They have tracked me down. They now surround me with eyes alert to throw me to the ground. All right. They have tracked us down and now surround us. They have now surrounded us in our steps. They advance against me. What are they doing? Now, he's symbolic, all right? This ozone character, he's symbolic of what they're trying to do to us as a whole, all right? They want to capture us. They want to surround us. They want to put us back in slavery, right? Basically, it was a slave catcher hunt. They ran him up a tree, right? And then they got him. They put him back in the shackles. Then they took him back to the plantation. Right? And this is what they want to do to us. All right. This, they have caught up with me. My enemies are everywhere, eagerly hoping to smear me in the dirt. This is a smear campaign. This is spiritual. All right. Hoping to smear me in the dirt. They are around me now, wherever I turn, watching for a chance to pull me down. All right. This is what they're trying to do to us right now by equating this guy, right, whatever way they can. Oh, he's NFAC. Oh, he's Black Panthers. Oh, he's a Hebrew Israelite. And we're going to get to that, all right? That's the narrative that they're pushing, not just mainstream media, but these devils, they know. They know how, they're very slick. They're more subtle than any beast of the field, okay? Crafty as they can be. All right, so let's watch this. This is after the capture. This is News 4 Jacksonville or whatever. The 26th, with which today is what, the 28th? Yep, today's the 28th. This is 2 days ago. All right, and it says, man accused of shooting Daytona Beach police officer arrested outside Atlanta. Okay, so did he do it? Did he not do it? It's not about that. It's about the narrative they're pushing so that they can come after the men of the Lord. Why did they choose him? Because he claims to be an Israelite, okay?
56 hours later, 29-year-old Othel Wallace has been captured and is now in police custody.
It comes after a shooting after authorities say he shot 26-year-old Daytona Beach police officer in the head on Wednesday night. Wallace is charged with attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer with a firearm and could be facing other charges.
News4Jax reporter Brittany Muller is joining us live. Brittany, how is the officer doing?
Zach, Jen, the department says Officer Jason Rayner still remains in the hospital. He is showing some signs of improvement, But the family is asking for the community's continued prayers and support. Now, take a look at this tweet. Governor Ron DeSantis sharing our article on social media saying there is no place for hate in Florida. Our law enforcement will be protected. Justice will be swift. 56 hours of being on the run, Othel Wallace was captured in a treehouse on a 3-acre property associated with a Black Nationals paramilitary organization outside of Atlanta. A search warrant was executed at 2:30 in the morning in the wooded area. Also found in that treehouse, several firearms and multiple flashbang grenades. Daytona Beach Police Chief says Wallace was handcuffed in 26-year-old Officer Rayner's handcuffs.
He actually did make a statement. What he said was, "You guys know who I am. You know what I'm capable of, and it could have been a lot worse." I have the permission of his mother and his sister to let everybody know that, they greatly appreciate the support that they've received, and they request that we just continue to keep Officer Rayner in our prayers.
Officer Rayner was patrolling in Daytona Beach on Wednesday night when he saw a suspicious car. There was a struggle between the officer and Wallace. Then a single gunshot is fired off. You can hear it in that body cam video. Following the shooting, Volusia County was put on a lockdown for about 3 hours as more than 500 officers began the manhunt. Authorities say Wallace will be extradited back to Daytona Beach. Wallace is facing attempted murder, a first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer with a firearm. Now, there is a GoFundMe account posted right now on news4jax.com if you would like to help in the recovery for Officer Jason Rayner. Reporting live this morning outside of the FBI Jacksonville headquarters, Brittany Muller, Channel 4, the local station.
Okay, so they got this brother all hammed up, and you know what? Somebody said that it was two. That there were two cops there.
Officer and Wallace, then a single gunshot is fired off. You can hear it in that body cam video. Following the shooting, Volusia County was put on a lockdown for about 3 hours.
I don't think, unless this guy is all the way up on him, these are two different arms. Okay? Unless he's hugging him. He's all the way up in his face. This is two different. See, this arm is coming from way over here. In order for this hand to be here, right? How is he grabbing him and shining the light on him at the same time? That doesn't look right at all. Okay? I'm not saying what it is or what it's not, but it looks like two people.
Following the shooting, Volusia County was put on a lockdown for about 3 hours as more than 500 officers began the manhunt. Authorities say Wallace will be extradited back to Daytona Beach.
Looks like two. Anyway, all right, so let's move to the next one. Let's see what we got. It's going to be this. All right, now this Black Scout Survival, right? This is Black Scout Survival, this dude. I used to think he was cool, but he ain't nothing but a Edomite who is trying to be slick. He's crouching. June 26, 2 days ago, says NFAC terrorist arrested. Okay, so they're already pushing their narrative. This is just some dude who claims to be some sort of, Navy SEAL, if you will. He's probably ex-military and knows everything about, killing and surviving in the wilderness and guns and tactics and all of that shit, right? But listen to how he talks and listen to the narrative that he's pushing. He's going to say something that's very important, and how they're pushing. If he's NFC, that's what it says, and then he's Black Panther, new Black Panther Party. How do we get involved in it? And this is what all these Edomites are pushing. Not just
What's going on, guys? Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to be covering the NFAC again. It's been quite some time. If you don't know, the NFAC is the Not Effing Around Coalition. This is a now pretty much defunct group started by Jay Johnson. It's a cult, and it's basically
it's a cult. Now listen.
racist, homophobic, Black Hebrew Israelite false doctrine cult movement.
Right there. How is that? How did you put those two things together? You have to be an operative, okay? Just for Black Hebrew Israelite cult, false doctrine. What? How'd you stick all of that in there? All right? Let's watch this again. Listen to this devil.
What's going on, guys? Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to be covering the NFAC again. It's been quite some time. If you don't know, the NFAC is the Not Effing Around Coalition. This is a now pretty much defunct group.
If it's defunct, then why are you bringing it up and connecting all of these things together, devil?
By Jay Johnson. It's a cult, and it's basically a racist, homophobic, Black Hebrew Israelite false doctrine cult movement, and Black supremacy, these sort of things. The group started saying they were going
to... And the Ku Klux Klan has been around for years, killing niggas, hanging them, dragging them by vehicles, burning them, cutting off their body parts. They're not everything that you said, okay? False doctrine, claiming to be Christians. You sound ridiculous.
KKK, which I don't even think they exist anymore, but that's kind of like where they're...
Let's cover that up.
The group started saying they were going to fight the KKK, which I don't even think they exist anymore, but that's kind of like where their claim to fame. They went down to Georgia, and so they're going to fight the KKK. There was no KKK there because they even exist anymore. However,
you hear this, devil?
Johnson, he garnered a lot of interest from people. They joined the group, and they began shooting themselves at rallies, and getting together doing rallies where they'd show up armed and they'd wind up shooting themselves by accident. Jay wound up getting arrested. He's a egomaniac, so he wouldn't let anybody kind of be in control of the group other than him. And so he wound up pointing his rifle at some federal agents. So he's currently grabbing his ankles in county jail right now, waiting his little hefty prison sentence that will probably be coming. So anyway, one of his followers, a guy named Othel Wallace, just a few days ago, shot a 26-year-old police officer, Daytona Beach police officer. Othel went on the run, and the interaction kind of happened where Othel was sitting out someone's house. I think that person called the cops on him because he was sitting out there. Cop shows up asking him, why are you here? And Othel would not answer his questions, and Othel wound up shooting. I guess following Jay Johnson, pointing guns at officers and agents and things like that, he thought he'd do the same. So he went on the run. He wound up in Atlanta, shaves his dreadlocks off and things like that, trying to go undercover. And he actually goes to NFAC on property. So the NFAC actually still do own property, I guess, like their training ground, and he was hiding up in a treehouse on this training area. And he had a couple weapons there, a couple rifles, some flashbangs, which are illegal for civilians on, and things like that. So he had some illegal things anyway, and I'm pretty sure he said something to the effect of that they better be glad that they took him peacefully. I actually wish they wouldn't have taken him peacefully. I wish he'd have shot off some rounds so they could have went and had taken him out of existence. But anyway.
There's the devil. All right. That's all we need on that. So, as you can see, they're conspiring. They're getting their little report together. All right. So let's get some scripture and go ahead. and close it out. These damn devils. I can't wait. Just hurry up and do what you gotta do. All right? This is Psalm 37. Psalm 37 and 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. All right? This is what's going on. All right? Psalm 10 and 8. Because them even walking up on him like that, they've been watching him, waiting to set him up. It looks pretty much like, see, the movements when both of those arms are up there like that, that's pretty much impossible to be standing in front of somebody, twisting him and shoving him like that, right? Without, the camera would be moving if he was making those kind of movements. The camera would move with him the way both of those arms are stretching like that. This is Psalm 10 and 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. That dude probably shot his own person. All right. This is on NIV. He lies in wait near the villages. That's how they walked up on him out of nowhere. He's at his house. He wasn't at somebody's house. He was at his house in his car. From ambush, he murders the innocent. His eyes watch in secret for his victims. Okay? We'll get a couple more. And this whole campaign is a campaign of lies. They're making this up out of whole cloth so they can come after. We know what their target is. It's not the NFAC. It's not a gun club. It's not the Black Panthers. They're tying it into the BIE, the BHI. All right? But you're not going after the Klan. You're not cleaning up the Klan. You're making us. And the Klan done shot many officers. There was one that was shot up, I believe, last night in Massachusetts. Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh, Psalm 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right, so we don't believe you. All right? Let's see this. Let's see if this comes up. That's 3 weeks. How about yesterday? 3 days. I don't see it. They're probably hiding it. Doesn't fit the narrative. So we can say all of that shit too. It was yesterday. I'll have to do a He's very chilling man points gun at police. Let's look at this real quick.
Some tense moments for police officers and people living in that area tonight. Springfield's police commissioner is praising those officers, saying they showed an incredible amount of restraint.
Let's see what it is.
Stunning video shows a man pointing a gun at police officers and innocent bystanders in Springfield. Authorities say the man waving that gun is 43-year-old Jose Montanez. The unsettled.
Okay, that's a Jake, but he ain't Judah. All right, they probably would have gunned him down right away. Anyway, okay, so these devils are they're crafting their narrative. All right, this is what they're doing right now. They're plotting. Okay, so let's get one more. This is Luke 19. And here's what's going on at this moment. Luke 19:43. For the days shall come upon thee, like now, that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round and keep thee in on every side. All right? All right, and that's where we're going to end it right there. So keep your eyes open. We're going into very perilous times, and it's just something that we got to go through, you know. Keep your head up. Stay alert, stay on your watch, stay prayed up, stay in the spirit. And with that, we can say, I hope that the elector edified and shalom.